KMS Gameszone.
Hi everybody and welcome back to Infected. Since we last played this, I've continued it on a little bit more, and I've been continuing to build up the tower. I got to call it the Crystal Tower, I think, because most of it's made out of glass, apart from the concrete stairwells. So it's getting quite a size now. I think it's about 15 floors up. So it's really starting to come along, getting to sort of skyscraper proportions. But the further you go up, obviously, the longer it takes you to climb up to the top. But I think I'm going to put in like a bigger sort of room when I get a few more floors up, maybe 20 floors high. Then I'll put some sort of penthouse apartment up there or something, bigger than the current diameter of the tower. Going to bring it out a little bit, so it'd be like a square box section on the top, and maybe like a viewing platform on the roof with some lights. So the lights being that you can pinpoint them from a distance away and use it as a sort of guiding marker back to your base. So it's quite high up, so you should be able to see them from quite a distance away. So and I think the time of the year is approaching. Well, it's definitely autumn, and starting to get colder, as you can see. And taken to wearing my warmer t-shirt, but not quite into my coat yet. So sooner or later it's going to start getting colder, and I'm going to have to start wrapping up. And it's going to start getting cold. The water's going to freeze. So now's the time to make sure you get all your fish before you before you get stuck out of the lake. I just heard something, and I'm feeling hungry as well, I think. Oh, I need some water. Try a couple of bits of watermelon. Here we go. So this guy eats incredible amount of food. Oh, Bambi got it somewhere for my spike trap. But this guy is eating constantly. I don't know whether that's something they'll fix in an upgrade maybe, but it seems a little bit unrealistic, the amount of food he's eating. Considering he's supposed to be in a survival situation, he's knocking back food and drink as if it's going out of fashion. I mean, I've got rack loads of meat here, and you got to be careful of this because obviously it can go off. You can find yourself with spoilt food, so you got to keep an eye on it and make sure it's still okay to eat. Otherwise, you're just making oil out of it. And I'm finding now with a lot of the things that you can use due to the construction of this, pumping oil directly into my my ore extractors, that I don't actually need so much oil. There's only certain things that you actually need oil on, and so I'm not really using much oil at the moment, so I don't really have much of a need to make biofuel out of the spoilt food. So I'm getting a lot of spoilt food but not doing anything with it. So I've got my copper extractor here, just emptied it. I'm in the process now of getting together. Got lots of ore, got lots of lead ore, and I've got lots of iron ore to actually make the steel. So you need the steel to make the frames for the building, and I got plenty of glass on the go as well. Got the glass there, and I got the constant production line going. Got more copper. You need the copper to make the screws. I got to see, he's hungry again. What's he after now? Sorry, but I can't just order you a pizza. What's he after now? Oh, he wants vitamins now. See, look. So he's had his fats. Now he wants his vitamins. Otherwise, if you don't give them to him, he dies. So we can't have that. So let's give him some vitamins. Corn. There we go. But yeah, if he doesn't get any protein, he dies. So it's a bloody good job he's not a vegetarian, as he would be finished. There we go. So let's give him some of that. This be knocked back a whole cucumber, a watermelon, and he's still going. And give it a short while later now, if his stomach will be rumbling again. So stick some more of this in there, get some glass on the go. You can't speed click, alt and click to get these on there because it's got a post number of 10 associated with it. It doesn't allow you to alt and right click to get it in the burner, which is a bit of a nuisance. There we are. Let's get some glass on the go. I'll try and get some screws as well. We need plenty of them for the glass. There we go. What's the time? So it's 10:36. Energy's just over half. So give it a couple more hours and then I'll probably have to pop him to bed. But, yeah, so my base is really coming on now. It's getting to be quite a size, look. It's getting quite tall. Got all the facilities here I need. I was just thinking, it would never have been possible if it wasn't for this little lighter. If you didn't have that, you wouldn't have this. It's amazing what one lighter can do in a survival situation. Got anything on there? No. Pop another coal in there. It's an addictive, very addictive game once you get going on this. And you start to get to that point in the game where you start to survive the winters, you're getting food, you're getting shelter. That's the most important thing, is obviously to find shelter and find some way of being able to store food. So admittedly you're not going to be able to probably make a fridge straight away, but you have to build up the resources, and everything takes resources to make another resource. So you have to start off basically cracking rocks to get steel, and once you've got your resources built up, then you can start producing structures like this. And I highly recommend you get the oil burner. It stops you having to get the oil all the time, which can be a bit of a nuisance. So it's a really good thing to have. It takes a lot of resources to get it going. Same with the clay soil extractor. You need that to get your clay soil to make your clay, which then makes your roofs of your houses, and obviously make bricks to make the walls, which you have to upgrade from the wood walls. So everything's about upgrading and improving your structure. So I always recommend you keep a good stack of copper, iron, aluminium, all the main metals. Keep everything, because you never know when you're going to need it, and especially when you start building things like the windmills here to get the electricity. They take a lot of resources. Batteries take a lot of resources. Solar panels take a lot of resources. So everything takes a lot of metal, and you have to know where to mine the metal and extract it and create ingots out of it. So you'll always have your forges on the go. They're going to be going pretty much 24/7 during the building stage, and I find with this game it's difficult to know when to stop on the building stage, because there's always something else you want to be doing. So just when you think you've actually finished and you're just going to play the game, which is what I thought I was going to do when I finished building the main house here, but I thought, no, why not? Why don't I just build a tower? Let's just see how much tall I can get it. And as you can see, it's starting to really shoot up. So yeah, that's all the name of the game. It's just building, improving, surviving. And talk about surviving, I think I'm due at any point, any day now, another attack by the Vambies. The last attack, I think, there's about 8 of them, and none of them got through my defences. They all got killed by the spike traps, so didn't take them very long. Oh, let's see if I can get that. Oh, he's off. I think with these is you shoot them with an arrow and they run off. It's very difficult to find them again, because they disappear and you get lost amongst the undergrowth. There he is. Right, let's see if I can track him. Who's sighted him? Where's he gone? There he is. He should bleed out shortly. There he is. Go get my arrow. And I got myself some meat. You can put the meat in your freezer if you wish, and it'll keep it raw. You can use that then to make certain food products, or you just stick it on the drying rack. But you can make the stew mix. I think if you keep it in the fridge and stop it from drying out, make the stew mix with it. Let's pop that on there. Yeah, that space is on there. And one on there. So always take advantage of getting some food. You never know when you're going to need it. And with this particular guy, he needs a lot of it. So what's the time now? Right. Don't need that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I think I might pop into bed. Try and see if I can wake up in the morning. There we are. Got full energy again now. We've got to get him some water before he dies. You'll start to see his health diminishing. We're going to make sure he gets all his vitamins when he wakes up in the morning, his breakfast, his cup of coffee, his melon, give him a cucumber. Still got to get the proteins though, look, they're still low. So I've got to raid the protein rack again. Give him some dried fish. Doesn't actually give you much back though, does it? So that'll keep him going for a little bit, but then sooner or later he'll be back to eating again. Well, let's stock up on water. Well, that's finished. Let's load my glass in here. Just got to build up a lot of resources, get lots of glass, a lot of steel, lots of nails, and I'm just gonna go all out on building my tower up. Get a few sections more built on it, rather than doing it little bit by little bit. Let's get a stack of resources together, and you can do it quite quickly then. So it does take a while. That's it. We'll wait. Let's have some feathers. Yeah, it's a really awesome game. It's addictive. You just don't know when to stop. I've got 360 sand, 72 iron fragments. I'm finding these iron fragments just too many of them. Now I've got iron ingots literally coming out of my ears. I don't need any more. And this was actually one of the hardest metals to get when you first started, because the only way when you could first start the game before the upgrades came in. The only way you could really get the iron was by smelting rocks. So five rocks would give you 5 pieces of iron, which would make 1 ingot. So out of 10 rocks, you would actually get 2 iron ingots. But it was a timely process, and it took you a very long time to get enough together to actually do anything. So now with the actual stone grinder, it's actually giving you loads of sand, so you don't need to actually get any. You don't need to rub 2 rocks together now to get sand. You can just get out the stone grinder, and you actually get more product out of each rock. So it's definitely worth upgrading to that. Oh, there's Bambi got it on my spikes. So you need the cement mixer definitely. Get yourself cement to make the bricks, or to the concrete. You got your brick molds there, which you have to get from getting the clay. So you're always picking up resources. I'm always finding stones when I find them and put them in the basket. It's just starting to go daylight now. You can really see now the size of the towers coming along. Get some more glass on, I think. Have to drag and drop it in, unfortunately. There's no quicker way to do it. But if you want to put these in the storage boxes, then you just Alt and right click and they go straight in. But for some reason you can't do it on the forge. Don't know why. But I'll show you what I mean now. On this other sandbox. Pop them in here. So just Alt and right click and they go straight in. So simple. But I don't know why you can't do it on the forge. Because you can't smelt anything less than 10. So if you have 9 pieces of sand, it won't do anything, it won't smelt it. So you still need to have 10. So why you can't right click and insert them in the forge, I don't know. Maybe that will come up on another update. But I'm going to keep some back because I'm going to put them in the smelter again. What's that? 4, 8. Well, let's get another 2. Got 14 spaces on the forges. Don't actually take too long either. That one's almost done, that one's done. You can right click to take the finished product off. Yeah, so quick, so simple. But you have to drag and drop to put them on. I hate drag and drop. A bit archaic. There we go. Let's get some more glass on. Got plenty of glass. I got about 6 boxes of glass. And you can't stack them, they put them individually in the box, so you only get 20 per storage box and they go quite quick. So I've got glass, nails. I haven't got any steel yet, but let's have a quick pop up the top and see if we can start putting some bits together. I need to put some lights in here as well. If I get some fish oil lamps. Nearly there. Quite a climb. Certainly keep me fit. Nearly there. Not a good place to be in a thunderstorm though, right on the top of here. I've got more glass. Let's see, I need the steel now. Can actually. Oop. I need more steel. Oh, look at it. I need 2 steel, one steel on there, and steel on there. So it's 10 pieces of glass, 8 screws, 2 steel ingots per pane of glass. So it's quite a few resources you need to get for these, but it's worth it. I mean, you get to create some good structures. Since I'm getting up quite high now, I'm almost at the height of those mountains in the distance over there, but I reckon maybe another few floors yet before I get up to that. So yeah, it's just an experiment just to see what literally you can do, and to make, yeah, you can get stuff like this. It's I did actually try experimenting by jumping off as well, and on one occasion I did bounce off the roof of my greenhouse and survive. Don't quite know how that happened, but so yeah, it did land all the way down there. Yeah, let's get down before we get struck by lightning. Not too sure what to do after I finish this, but the zombie hordes are they're quite easy actually, I think, to to defeat them. I mean, if you played a game like Forest, which I think is probably the equivalent of this, I think the actual zombies in that are a little bit more difficult to actually beat. So this one, they are quite easy. A few pods with your spear, and you soon get rid of them. And the actual spikes outside are pretty good. There's a good defense against them. You'll find them getting stuck on your traps quite a lot. They just do a little minimal damage to your spike trap, and as you get plenty of iron scraps from your stone grinder, you've always got plenty of iron to go around to repair your perimeter spike wall. You're never going to be short of iron anymore when you've got this. So when you can, make sure you get that in your camp. It's a definite must if you want to make lots of glass and get lots of iron scraps. So get your resources backed up. I've started building more and more storage boxes to store all of my items, and it's definitely a good thing to do. So yeah, and I've got some more glass here. Keep me going, and I might try and get some steel now as well. There we go, it's got some glass. Let's check my ore extractor, see if they've got any steel in them. 3 pieces. Takes a bit of time with these, they're quite slow. So don't expect to see masses of steel. Ooh, I'm encumbered. Should I get rid of? There we go. So yeah, it doesn't take it takes a while for the iron to actually accumulate in those things. You just gotta let it go and leave it run by itself. So let's get some more iron. Got 7 iron. I need 7 lead. Ooh, I'm encumbered now. Problem. Let's get rid of these in there for now. Right. Right, that's fine. 75 is your weight limit. Let's get some steel on the go. Get those smelted, and I'll go up then and start building up a little bit more of the tower. Put the floor in. Go. Check these in here. Go. Let's get rid of that. Stone up. With my feathers, get a nice selection of feathers, and I've got loads of plant fibre, so I'm now going to be short of rope if I need any rope. 50 plant fibre give you 25 rope, so I've got absolutely tons of resources. Fish oil, I can make some fish oil lamps, plenty of seeds, plenty of nails, so I've got quite a bit of stuff building up. Coal, bark, plenty of bark, first aid, loads of first aid kits, as well as the 8 I'm carrying around with me. So I've got 2 splints, tons of plasters. Best place to go for all of these, you pick them up from the villages when you go on the raids in the village. Absolute loads of plasters, bandages in there, and you can find quite a lot of first aid kits as well. So those things are not such a rarity anymore. They're quite a frequent item you find in the villages. So never go too short on first aid. How these are doing. Nearly done. Got plenty of iron in here, and I got crate loads of it out there. I literally do not need any more iron. Here we go. Get the steel. I'm at 53.6 weight. See if I can get some glass without encumbering myself. With another one. Oh, get another. We might be over. Yeah. Let's get rid of the stone. There we go. Let's go all the way up there and pop some more bits in the foundation. You definitely lose your energy by the stamina by the time we get all the way up the top here. Make you a bit dizzy. Oh, I got a wolf somewhere. Despite the fact that I'm so high, you can still hear him quite well. It's not good if you don't like heights. Oh, there he is, look. Over there. A little bit out of range. I need to run out of steel now, look. Oh, quite a drop. I wonder if I can do it again now. Let's have a go. There we are. I jumped all the way off there onto the roof. The roof of my greenhouse, and I got off with, what was that, 5 health damage, and I didn't even break any bones. That's a quick way to get down, I guess. Oop, freezing. There we are. Guess I need to get my coat. I've got my coat, so I need to change my pants. I need to get myself my snow pants. That makes all the difference, having snow pants or cargo pants. Definitely need the snow pants. Otherwise you freeze to death. It'd be nice to see some other items are closed as well. See after now. Oh, you want some water? There you go. There's another thing with the upgrade as well that they brought out. The stomach rumbling when you're hungry. He exhales when he wants water, and he yawns when he needs sleep. So it's good. It's the upgrades are coming through all the time, and it's always good to see what else the developer's going to bring out with this game. But it started off really good as it was, and it's just got better and better. So actually, you know, thumbs up to the developer for this game. It's absolutely brilliant. And if you like a slow burner survival game, which isn't too taxing, the only difficulty about it, I think, this game when you first start off is getting the resources, making sure you get everything together quickly before you get to the winter. Because when you get to the winter, if you've got no decent shelter and you've got no food, then you are going to be stuck. So with the latest upgrade, you can't no longer find food items randomly spawning on the ground. So you can't find melons, corn, cucumbers. They just don't spawn in the winter. So you have to make sure you got a good backup selection of all this stuff for the winter sets in, because you can't get any fish. You can get some meat, obviously, if you're hunting, but then you've got to get a fire to cook it, or you get a drying rack, of course, to dry it out. But you've got to get, obviously, your vegetables as well to get your vitamins. So your meats can keep your proteins and fats up, but you've got to get your carbs, and you've got your vitamins as well. So you've got to make sure you get all your varieties of food. And the only way you can do that is to make sure you've got some way of keeping food throughout the winter. So if you've got a little base, then definitely try and get a fridge freezer. But to get the fridge freezer, you've got to have power. So the fridge freezer, you got to get something like this. It tells you how much power something uses, and fridge freezer uses 75 power. The water house keeps your water pumping, and it keeps your greenhouse irrigated. That's a definite must. Ceiling lamps 10, you can switch them off if you don't need them. Oil pump, that's my oil pump that's been going all the time. And something is pissing off. Right, you, sod off. Thank you. Got myself some meat. So, always keep the meat. Wolf meat, not really high on my list of Right, so there we are. So let's load the wolf meat up. And I don't need that. Don't need that. There we go, like he's hungry again. Jesus Christ. See, these proteins again. More proteins. Eat. Eat. There we go. Those, collect the rocks. To turn this on again a bit later as well. Load it up with some rocks. So you got to go cracking rocks, obviously, or you can use the ore extractor, mineral extractor to get rocks. But I find I usually get enough just by walking around and picking them up, or get them from the extractor when I get my ore, whether it be the copper ore or any of the other ore sites you've got. They mine the minerals, they mine stone, and they mine coal as well. So you can find yourself getting all the three resources in there at the same time. Not great quantities of the coal or the stone, but say you usually find the stone spawning quite frequently when you're walking around. So that's I think we need to get some more. Actually, I'll just get some glass from here. Oh, running over encumbered. Still by one. There we go. A little bit more honey steel. So what? Sorry guys if it's making you dizzy. Certainly making me dizzy. Right, up we go. Man, he's out of breath, let him calm down. Ah, nearly there. Let's make more wall panels, glass wall. Yes, yes, yeah, and yes. Stick what we can in there. Need to come back now with some more glass and some steel. I've still got enough screws. I've got run out of glass and I've run out of steel. But that's the way you build it. One floor by floor. Walls up, ceiling up, staircase up, and just keep on adding to it. So, yeah, don't think I've seen anything like this on this game before on any of the reviews I've been looking at. So, it just goes to show what you can actually create by just experimenting with the building program on this game. It is very functional. It's quite elaborate. You can build up quite a lot of different size structures. Maybe there'll be more pieces to add to it and further upgrades, which will be good. But I'd like to see more different types of furniture as well. Something that you can, like I've got this glass veranda up there. Look, it'd be nice to see some sort of deck chair, patio type furniture, like you would see on a sun deck. Somewhere where you can sit down, and you can't actually use the chairs. You can't sit down in them. They're just purely aesthetic only, which is fine. I mean, it makes it look good, but it'd be nice to see some sort of functionality with some of the items you're actually putting down. So you can't do anything with a leather couch. It's just visual. Same with the table, the chairs. Just walk around and look at it. So the only shelves that you can actually use are these. You've got other shelves which you actually build, such as this unit here, which again, chest rack, but you can't put anything in it. So not too sure why, but again, maybe that's something that will come about in a later update. So the fridge is obviously a must-have as well. You've got 2 shelves there. You get 20 items in the fridge. Anything that you want to keep cold, whether it be canned items, meats, vegetables, keep it in the fridge and just keep it going. Make sure your power supply stays on, because if this turns off, then all that stuff will start to go off, and if you don't realise your power's off, then you lose it all. So the only way your power can really turn off is if you're using too many electrical appliances, you haven't got enough backup electricity, and your batteries actually run flat, which is your backup. Once your batteries are run flat, then all your electric items will cease to function. So that means your water will stop, which means your plants in your greenhouse won't get watered, and all your electrical lights obviously will switch off, and your fridges will switch off. So you've got to make sure you've got everything kept switched on. Keep an eye on it. Check the panels just to make sure. And the good thing with the panels is you can switch the items on and off on the panel. You don't need to go to the actual appliance, so I can actually switch any of these lights on. I don't know where all these lights are. It just tells you got a ceiling lamp. But as you can see, I've got quite a few. I can turn all of them on, and I can turn all of them off just by clicking on that. So at the moment I've got power in 880, power out 475, so I've got 405 free of power. I've got 10 solar panels, 24 wind turbines, which I think are the most efficient means of power generation because they go all the time. Obviously when the sun goes down, you're not using your solar, so that's why I try to put up a lot of wind turbines, and I've got 6 batteries. So just make sure you've got plenty of backup. Just build them. They take a lot of resources to build, so just make sure you do it stage by stage, so you've got enough to go by. Right, see if I can get some more steel now, and see if I can do some more building. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Get 14 steel, 14 iron I should say, and 14 lead. Maybe I'm encumbered. Yes, I am. Slowly walk. This is why I put this here, because it's quite close together, so if you are encumbered it doesn't really take you too long to get where you need to go. Once you break it down into steel it gets a bit lighter. Let's drag myself up here, get to the anvil quickly, and start processing steel. Comes out of steel scraps, so you have to obviously make it into a steel ingot by smelting it. So you find a lot of time you're actually smelting resources, and it's good. It's satisfaction that you get from it, from seeing something starting off from a little humble wooden shack to a big concrete and brick structure with glass windows, glass panels, glass doors. It's amazing what you can actually produce just by getting the right resources. That's what I like about this game so much. Oh, I've run out of power. Here we are. Let's get some, maybe get some wood. Wood obviously you can use as well as coal. That's it. Five pieces of wood there to fill it up. Oh, he's hungry again. Oh god. See after this time. I'm sorry sir, your caviar is not quite ready yet. Caviar and champagne for you sir, is it? God, this guy eats and eats and eats. Right, look, he wants vitamins now. Look, he's got everything else. He's got protein, carbs, fats, but he needs his vitamins. So his stomach is rumbling because he needs vitamins. God's sakes, man. Put that in there. Right, let's give him your vitamins. Come on. There we are. Happy now? Yes. I think I'll switch the stone grinder on again. Start getting that some more sand on. I've still got 305 power available. There's still plenty, so I've still got more space to switch something else on if I need to. Not that I'm going to at the moment. Start to run out of rocks as well. I've got another supply there, but you soon work your way through them. Ah, we got myself some more steel. That's what we need. This one's almost done. Some glass. Big or not too much. Another two. Actually, I think I've got to cut the steel off. A bit more glass. $71.85. There we are. That's it. Just under the threshold. 75. I don't really want to go crawling myself up here slow motion. It'll take me about half an hour to get up to the top. Nearly there. Stamina to build up a little bit. Right. See, I still need more steel. 1, 2, 3. I need 5 steel. So you have to go back down. There's lots of walking up and down the steps. If I kind of make it all the way down to the bottom before he runs out of stamina. Just. Need 5 steel. Got 5 steel. Yes, I have. 5. make the stairs as well. Make another, put a set of stairs in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And you need 4 logs, so you can carry 3. Which means you have to come down and get the last log. I'm just going to make the wooden stairs first and upgrade it to a concrete stairs, which is fine. It doesn't take too long to do that. I just don't like the perimeter fence which you build, where it starts off as a wooden fence with a very low hit ratio, and then you have to upgrade it to concrete before you upgrade it to steel. So there's no way to upgrade a wood fence straight into a steel fence. You have to build it up with concrete first, and so that is a bit of a process. And if you've got a big perimeter fence such as I have, as you can see there, it goes all the way around there and all the way around and behind the house, and it comes out down here. It's quite a big perimeter fence. It took me a long time to actually get all the resources together, the concrete, the steel, to actually finish that. There we are. So I'm going to put the next stairwell by here. Go like that. Need 1 more log, and then I can actually put in the ceiling as well. Ceiling glass, yes. 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. You've obviously got to leave a square for you to be able to walk through. Seems obvious. Put what I can in there now. I've got no more glass and no more steel, so I need to get 1 more log, and I get some concrete, some cement as well to turn it into concrete. So I've got to keep on doing this a few more times, I think, to get it up. If it's about 20 floors, I reckon that'll probably be sufficient. 20 floors, and then I'll start building some sort of structure on the top, some sort of like a penthouse suite, if you like. Not he's got to be absolutely knackered by the time he gets up there. So I think as soon as he does that again to his penthouse suite, the first thing he wants to do is sit down and recover, as he's going to be exhausted. And it doesn't take him long to get exhausted. Oh look, it started snowing. Ooh, winter is upon us. Oh dear. Yeah. Get myself 1 log. Let's get myself some concrete. It's 12 concrete to actually upgrade the wooden stairs to concrete stairs. Have I got my upgrade tool? Tools have I got? No, I need to get the right tool. We've got all the way at the top and find I haven't got the right item I need. So the upgrade tool is what you need. Make sure you got it before you go go all the way up. So it won't be all that long now before that water freezes over, so this is the chance now where you need to get all your fish. Make sure you got all your fish, because it's going to be a long winter before you can get any more. Keep them in the refrigerator if you can, because they will go off on the rack. Ah, maybe there. There we go. Right, let's upgrade this. There we go. Et voila. Now I have myself a concrete stairwell. And I've got nothing else to actually be able to upgrade the floor, but there we go. So I've managed to put in another floor. Got all the walls, I've got the stairwell done. I've got the nails, I just haven't got the glass or the steel. So that's going to be another trip. So let's see how many floors I got. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 floors. Wow. So I'm going to stick it up to 20, I think. We've got a few more to go. Yeah, it's definitely coming on. It's getting to a bit of a dizzying height now. It's, yeah, not a small thing anymore. But it doesn't look particularly safe either. I mean, that's made out of predominantly glass and steel, with heavy concrete steps halfway up there, supported by glass. In reality, that wouldn't work, but there we go. And the plans I got for the penthouse at the top as well just would not work in real life either. It'd be an architect's nightmare. But yeah, so there we go. So that's my little environment at the moment. Be interesting to see when the Vambies next attack. I'm like to show you them attacking my perimeter and just get stuck on the spikes and dying without me having to lift a finger. But I think that will be soon. But there we go. We're going to leave it there then, folks, and I will catch up with you on the next section. Thank you, and bye-bye.